Hi Gemini, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 2nd to the 8th of March. Let's begin. So, your theme for the week here is very positive. We have the Ace of Wands. So this is a week of new things happening here for you. This is very action orientated. It's fire energy. It means very physical. It's very spiritual. Things are happening here for you here this week, um, and so there's a lot of new opportunities, ideas that may be coming in, growth. You feeling very inspired. It's like the universe is conspiring and sending you a lot of a lot of just new, new. um, and so you know, you're feeling very good this week. The Ace of Wands is a very positive theme for the week. It means that your life, there's a new life basically waiting for you this week, where whichever way you want to move in, things are manifesting here for you. Opportunities and just growth in general, creativity. You finding creative solutions to whatever problems you're experiencing. And just overall growth and feeling very inspired. So there's a lot of good things happening here for you this week. Jumping into the week, we have the Queen of Wands. So this week is, during this week, you're going to be feeling very courageous to move forwards in life, to embody spirituality as well as within your physical world, within. So for example, trusting your intuition, really trusting your inner voice, and paying attention to what your heart is saying, really connecting to a sense of moving forward through life with spirituality, so that you're able to navigate and pick things that are truly in alignment with you, and away from things that are harming or destroying you in some kind of way. And so you're feeling very lucky this week, and you're seeing a lot of creativity. There's a lot of creativity here for you here this week, finding creative solutions to whatever problems you're experiencing in life. You're finding some solutions here during this week, chasing after your happiness. Your vitality is very strong here during this week. You're very spiritually protected from physical harm. It's something that you need to know. And you're very smart with how you deal with finance. You're going to be very smart here with finances here this week, and just being generous with yourself, treating yourself as royalty is what I'm seeing here. You're being recognized somehow in some way or another, whether this is physically or spiritually. You're being recognized as physically by some people here as someone that is great, or someone that is worthy of praise, is what I'd like to say. In the Queen of Wands, her son, the prince, she brings the one maker. He brings the one maker to the queen, his mother, and he introduces his mother to the one maker, and he obviously knows the one maker because he goes and he learns with him, and the one maker doesn't realize that the prince is the prince until the prince reveals he is prince. The prince goes to him very humbly and to learn, and it's only after he finishes his learning, he wears his armor, and that's when the one maker is shocked that that's the prince. And so he goes off to this. So it's really unexpected, him going off to meet the queen. Like he was like, what's happening, like all of a sudden. And she basically recognizes him and knights him there and then. And so it's like you're being promoted physically in some kind of way, to a level of authority in some manner, or in your life. You're being promoted, and this is spiritually speaking as well. But physically, something's happening here for you where you're being promoted in some kind of way, or being recognized in some kind of way. Um, which is going to benefit you in the physical during this week. It's something happening where it's going to benefit you moving forwards, and you're not going to have to look back, is what I'm seeing. And so this is a week where you're going from living in a way of being the apprentice. You've been the apprentice for most of your life, is what I'm seeing. Years and years and years. I heard a spirit going years and years and years and years. You've been living a way of life where you've had to hone skills, you had to learn different skills, you had to be very determined at the same time to keep moving through life. It wasn't easy for you. You were really learning the ways of, going from the apprentice to the master, and so now you're gaining some sort of mastery here. And the apprentice, what it looked like for you was a time of instability for this period of years and years and years, a lack of financial control, a lack of control just in general, in regards to decisions you had to make financially, a lack of financial security. You needed money. You had to be in situations where you had to be greedy in order to get money. It was very stagnant energy while you were this apprentice. This is the phase that you've been in for most of your life, is what I'd like to say. You've been in this phase for a very long time. And so this is the phase where it was years and years where you were the apprentice. You were in this Four of Pentacles energy, unsure about decisions, just trying to get by, not having enough to go on holiday, not having enough to treat yourself to the really expensive stuff that you'd like to buy, just getting by, buying the bare minimum, because things kept happening to you in your life, and it was just like, you didn't know if you'd ever have any money. You kept losing money, and like you would gain money and lose it, gain money and lose it, gain money and lose it, like you couldn't hold on to it for whatever reason. And it was because I'm getting it is because you were going through this period of mastery, because you're meant to hold a lot more money than you have previously. What this mastery phase is going to be looking like for you here as you're stepping into it. This is the beginning of it. This week is the King of Pentacles. It's wealth, fulfillment, being in a position of leadership, as well as being very practical and confident about your own self. You're going to find that this phase is going to bring a lot more balance and harmony to you. You're going to be more feeling at unity with your life. You're going to be feeling more unity with your reality, as well as you're going to be meeting people that are actually soulmates for you here, people that you get on with. In your your apprenticeship phase, you would meet people that didn't necessarily agree with you, or maybe would like to fight with you, or like to give you heartbreak, give you pain, give you sorrow, give you hurt. This is what this, emotionally, this is what this one was doing to you while you were in this apprenticeship. It's quite a horrible energy, to be honest with you, to be in. But you're graduating this week. You're literally graduating, is what I'd like to say. You're graduating this week, and so this you're stepping into. This is the beginning of this phase, where things are going to really drastically change. Believe me, it's going to be very drastically change. It's not going to be like maybe after a year or maybe 5 years. It's going to be a very drastic change. Your life is going to be very different. All of a sudden, you're going to get to experience this wealth. You're going to get to experience this fulfillment, and this period emotionally is going to be very balancing. It's going to be very harmonious, very much so making you feel good about yourself. And so this is what's coming in for you here moving forwards, as you're stepping into this mastery. But at the same time, as you're experiencing this good stuff, you are feeling weighed down, you are feeling burdened by responsibilities, you are feeling that there is a sense of you being weighed down by your current reality. As you're going through this, you are transitioning during this week, but you're still carrying these burdens. You have been carrying these burdens up until this point, feeling weighed down. It's hard work. You're having to put in a lot of hard work, is what I'm seeing here. But this is the completion of this cycle. This cycle is now complete. You are free. You're becoming free of this situation here. You're gaining this new perspective that this cycle is now officially complete. Like you've not been in this position for no reason. You are no longer stagnant. You are no longer being paused from life. you're recognizing that things are going to start moving forwards. Things are moving forwards. So you're making a decision here, some kind of decision to free yourself from this Five of Pentacles energy of you feeling poverty, feeling lost, feeling isolated, feeling worried. And it comes from you walking away from something, whatever it is. If you've got Libra in your chart, I would say watch Libra. They had a very similar message. But if you're not, don't worry about it. But you're making some kind of decision here. As you're completing this cycle, you're recognizing that you're not actually stuck. Like, you're feeling that things are different. Things are different. You're feeling there's a difference, but you're not sure what it is. And so you're recognizing that you're not actually stuck. You're gaining this new perspective. That things are not actually paused for you. You're not in this position of, stagnancy, and you're making a decision there in regards to, where you're experiencing poverty, experiencing loss, you're recognizing where this energy is coming from, why you're in this energy of feeling, experiencing poverty, feeling loss, or experiencing loss, feeling isolated from finances, and you're understanding why that is, and it's like you're walking away from something here. You're walking away from something, you're introspecting and looking within and walking away from, if you've got Libra, I'd definitely say watch Libra, if you've got Libra in your chart. So you're introspecting, looking within and saying, what's disappointing me at this time? And so you're walking away from whatever is disappointing you at this time, whatever's abandoning you. And this is a situation where you're up against people, and people are trying to oppose you, people are trying to control you, have conflicts with you, trying to enforce themselves on you in some kind of way, and trying to make you less than what you are, trying to maybe even call you evil, or maybe say that bad things behind your back. And so it's just a lot of chaos, and within this chaos your energy's been sort of leaking away, and you've been having to carry extra burdens for no reason because of these people, but you are understanding that you are being guided, so you are moving away, beginning a new journey here, being very optimistic about it, feeling it like an enthusiastic youngster, very enthusiastic, as well as your energy is returning to you, and you having all of these bright ideas, again tying into your theme of the Ace of Wands, creative solutions here to your problems during this week. And so you're recognizing you're very spiritually protected from harm. So I'm going to leave the reading here. If you want to see the extended, I'm going to be doing the extended up on Patreon, where I'm going to go quite in depth in this reading and figure out everything out. And so the link for my Patreon is down in the description. If you want to see it, go ahead. I'll see you in a few minutes. If not, take care of yourself, and I shall see you soon.